his dad tells him like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of spirits
Mm-hmm.
that didn't rest in peace during the battle of the Heike.
Yeah, and he's
So,
like, they're
like-
all around.
And so then he's like, oh yeah, I can see them. After he's told that, and Inu is like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I can see them, and
can see them
and
too,
he apparently
yeah.
can listen to them.
Right.
And as he listens
That's
to
what it
them,
was. Yeah.
I guess they just wanted their stories to be heard so they could
Mm-hmm.
rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Which
exactly.
in a way it sounds also really profound because you know
it is.
well I don't remember in one of my history classes back in college I think I remember kind of like I don't know if it was like tabloid or a papyrus of an Egyptian writer saying that if they wanted to leave their mark they should become kind of like scribes.
Oh, okay.
And so,
you know,
so kind of like I'm making that a reference as a way of
Yes.
like, yeah, these spirits wanted to leave their mark. They wanted to be
Okay.
remembered,
mm-hmm.
but they weren't. And like the battle happened, and it's like, oh yeah, this battle happened. So bad, so many
Right.
numbers, and it was just one big tragedy. But
Right.
that big tragedy
then-
had some small stories.
Because the people are living it, and they might have, say, regrets or something that bugs them because they were wronged for some reason, and they want to get that story out to other people. And you know, actually, it does connect to a lot of literary traditions. With my background in college studying literature, there are tons of things, tons of like literature and peoples that were very, very into like, oh, write your story so that you can live on, so that you can be immortalized or whatnot. Poetry, epics, all sorts, from like the Greek to Italians and whatnot. Yeah, it's incredible. So yeah, they tell Inuo like their stories.
Yeah, and this is the part that I wanted to touch, and
Yeah.
because from this point in, they start performing
Oh
in a
yes.
very bizarre way.
Yes. Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that everyone at the theater that day was like, what the heck is that? And we just started laughing off. Because
well, it was so out of the blue. It's a historical like retelling, and we watch rock music in this anime movie, so
yeah,
it is really, really different than say what we may have expected.
Yeah, I mean it's just straight up rock, like with the Biwas, but the music it's not I mean it is biwa,
right?
But it also has some like electric guitars, some drums, and it's like okay, like I don't think this music should be in here now,
right?
Because it's also Tomona just like telling the story of how his friend can tell stories.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a narration. It's him, and of course he's like adapting all of this, but he's adapting it in this way that he's telling the story of him listening to his friend, listening to the spirits of the Heke, and then he's like, "Hey, if you don't believe me, like." Listen to him yourself.
Yeah,
and
he's just like a rock star. He's like long hair.
Long hair. He's
just like
he's
moving his hair like
Yep, and they have a fire breather.
So and cool. And people just like
yeah, they're just rocking. Well, like, at first they're like, what is this?
Yeah,
because it's small at first, but then we get more and more people like loving it.